material is there inside, I cannot pull it out and look at some, send it through some other ports. So I have no other option but to wait, right? So that kind of challenges we can we can come across in global sourcing. Second thing is something like for steel items now they have put up what is called as all the mills, overseas mills, they need to have a BIS certification. So that is again one challenge because might be the supplier from whom I want to buy the material, he might not be inclined to get that certification considering for whatever reasons. So then what do I do? So I am stuck up. So these are few challenges which I could recollect if you go in global sourcing. So because if suppose I don't get that material on time or I'm not able to source it locally, then maybe from overseas, then maybe I might have to go to some costly options. So all those things we really need to take a look as a procurement manager when we look at this global sourcing part.
Got it. My next question is somewhat answered by Manisha already when we were talking about people. And the question is for you, Sudeep. I am wary of the time. We have about a minute and a half left. What role does procurement talent and skill development play in the achieving of cost optimization and ROI goals?
Yeah, so thanks for that question. I think this is something which I personally am very close to this because we talk about talent in procurement, right? So cost optimization and all of that will follow if we have the right talent, right? So having the right talent by itself is the very first step. I have been in the industry for 2 decades almost, and I have seen how this function called procurement has grown, has evolved over time, right? And from a very tactical person of tactical function, which was like picking POs and doing some negotiations, to what we are doing today in terms of looking at the overall enterprise value. And therefore, it is important that we get the right set of people at the entry level and not only at senior levels. Even people who can start their career in procurement, people should be aware of it in the first place. Like people are aware of stuff like finance or accounting or whatever, marketing, HR, right? So how do we make people aware of a function called procurement, which is a function by itself and which is not a sub-function of finance or supply chain or something of that sort. So how do we do that as leaders in the right set of, entry-level business schools, campuses, etc., and sell it to them? And we have many examples, so it's not that it's not happening. But in general, the perception still needs to be managed, right? So if we are able to address that, because it is very exciting, right? I'm sure all of us will agree. There's so much that we do. We are, we are bordering somewhere between finance and supply chain, right? We have a commercial side, we have a supply chain side, and so much of things that we learn, taxation, and all of us here are not accountants, right? If somebody is an accountant, one may easily pick it up. But many people who are not, even those who are accountants learn about supply chain, those who are engineers learn about accounting. So from a personal learning perspective also, there is a lot in this function, right? So I think that is important. Once that happens, we have got that diversity. We talk about diversity a lot, right? So if we have that diversity in terms of the talent, in terms of the experiences and backgrounds, that will definitely translate into cost savings. Ideas will keep coming up as people grow in the organization. So I would put it that way.
Great, thank you. While the time is up, can we take some questions, if there are any? We can't? Okay, well, thank you everyone for your time and hope you all have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would request you to kindly stay back on this stage. All the panelists.
Are we all getting
I would request Mr. Mukesh Nandan Jha to kindly join us on the stage for the felicitation. And felicitate the moderator, Mr. Naveen Diwan,
Thank you, Mukesh.
for moderating the session so well. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Naveen Diwan. Ms. Sabina Savliwala from Jaslok Hospital and Research Center. Mr. Asim Gupta. Ms. Manisha Singh. Mr. Prashant Sangpal. Mr. Krishna Singh. Mr. Avinash Deshpande. Thanks to all the panelists with us for sharing their views, their perspective, their insights. And Mr. Sudeep Hota. Let's click the group picture before we move ahead. A group picture. And ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have had a productive and insightful day at the Procure Connect Confex and Awards 2023. As the day draws to a close, we are taking 15 minutes break for some networking opportunities. This is a great opportunity to connect with other professional, exchange business card, and share your thoughts and ideas on the conference session you attended today. You can also take this time to visit our sponsors' booths and learn more about their products and services. We encourage you to take advantage of this time to expand your network, make new connections, and learn from each other's experience. Ladies and gentlemen, please return promptly at the end of the break in 15 minutes. Thank you and enjoy your networking break.